What in tarnation?
Howdy folks, this is Applegeek, and I am back with some more content. Season 7 of FIM is on hiatus right now, but we have the 3 Equestria Girls specials that have finally come out. They have not aired on Discovery yet. These are releases from some other source. I'm honestly not sure where they were sourced from, but whatever the case, they are not the subtitle versions. These are the original English dubs, which I had been waiting for because I didn't want to deal with the translation issues that might exist with the subtitle version. So glad these finally came out. I thought I was going to have to wait another month to watch these. You guys are probably not going to be seeing these recordings until like a month or more after I actually record them, because for copyright reasons, I'm about positive I'm not going to be able to put these on YouTube until after the episodes have actually aired on Discovery in the US. So... but anyway, this way I'm watching them now before I get any more risk of spoilers and such. And to that point, I do have to say I've been doing my best to avoid spoilers. I have seen certain things come across Facebook. I've seen certain like pieces of fan art or memes or whatever that have... As soon as I see anything that looks like it's related to new content, I scroll past it as quickly as I can. But I've seen enough that I think I know a couple things that might be happening in these specials, but I'm not drawing any conclusions because I've seen stuff before that I thought, oh, based on this, I think such and such is going to happen, and it turned out to be completely different. So I'm assuming nothing at this point, and honestly, anything I have seen, I don't think it's going to take away from my enjoyment of these episodes whatsoever. So... no real issues there. I did see also the titles of the episodes that have been, as I was downloading them, again, couldn't avoid that. Those make me think things. Of particular interest, this first one here, I'm going to be doing these in 3 separate videos. I think it's going to be easier than trying to put all 3 together in one huge reaction. So, and I can also upload them at different times if I'm able to. But this first one, Dance Magic. This was the name of a song from the Friendship Games soundtrack 2 movies ago. The song was never used in the movie. And I thought it was just a song that was cut for time constraint purposes, and they decided to throw it on the soundtrack anyway. And maybe that's what actually happened. But the very fact that this is named the same as that makes me think that it is related in some way, shape, or form. Like maybe that song's going to be in this, or I'm not really sure. But if it is... then I have a feeling we're probably going to see the Crystal Prep Gang in this episode. So we shall see. It's weird talking about episodes with Equestria Girls. These are normally movies, but these specials are like basically episode length. So it's interesting. As you can see, new t-shirt. I've been saving this one specifically for these specials. So I'll finally get to wear my Chibi E.G. Applejack shirt. As always, I will have a link to that in the description of the video if you would like this one for yourself. So, there you go. Alright, I think enough yakking about this. I am going to go ahead and get this started because I can't wait to see what's going on. I do need to say, just real quick, I've never really done a wish list for Equestria Girls, like a published one or whatever, but there's basically 3 things that I really would love to see happen. The biggest one... First and foremost, Sunset Shimmer needs to go home to Equestria and confront Princess Celestia to settle things regarding her past misdeeds. It's just a big story thread that's been left hanging that I really would like closure on that. So I'm hoping that will happen at some point here. And I'm hoping one of these shorter episodes will allow her the opportunity, story-wise, to do that. Next one is, I really want to know where the human world version of Sunset Shimmer is. I mean, clearly Twilight had a doppelganger, as all the rest of the main 6 did. Where is Sunset's counterpart? Does she have actually a counterpart? It's been suggested that not all ponies actually have human world counterparts and vice versa, but I would just love to see 2 Sunsets meeting and trying to figure out how to coexist or whatever. We kind of got cheated out of that. I shouldn't say cheated, but we didn't get to see that after the end of Friendship Games. We saw the 2 Twilights meet, and that was the end of it. We didn't see what the interaction was. So that'd be fun to figure out. And then the third thing is I want to see the Dazzlings come back at some point. Because everybody loves anybody who loves the Equestria Girls stuff pretty much loves the Dazzlings. They're one of the best antagonists of the whole series. I would love to see them come back in some capacity and see, like, are they reformed or are they going to cause trouble again or whatever. I would just love to see return appearances of them. I mean, I want more Sonata Dusk, okay? They're all awesome, but that would be fun to see. So we shall see on that. Anyway, enough yakking about this. I'm going to finally get this started here. So, episode 1, Dance Magic, starting now.
To the right, to the right, to the left, to the left. Now up, bring it down, spin it around. What's that
Thank
car
you.
like a meter?
Car wash. Is it a fundraiser for something? Blow dry? Really? Really? The chamois, of course. Nice touch. Oh, it's Big Mac's pickup.
Thanks, Big Mac.
Nice.
More cash to add to the stash.
What are you raising money for?
Oh, how about a little break? All of this sunshine and suds are doing a number on my hair.
Okay.
Hey, anybody seen Twilight lately?
Apple cider.
I'm here. I was just going over the numbers.
Hey,
again.
Twilight.
Have we raised enough to make all the repairs to Camp Everfree? We've only raised
Oh!
I counted the money 4 times just to be sure.
It's
Aw.
all right. We can just wash more cars. There's got to be some we missed.
Nope.
I think we're gonna have to come up with a new plan.
Yeah.
We're running out of time. The camp fundraising deadline is next week. And Pink
Wow.
Pie's already hosted a bake sale. Twilight and Fluttershy had that doggy daycare.
Aw.
And Shipper and I planned this car wash. Not to worry, darlings. It's
Fashion
my
show?
turn to devise a plan, and I already have something amazing in mind. It will be the most profitable of all of our fundraising events. The Pièce de
Out with it.
Resistance.
Okay. And it's what?
Now we're talking. What's your idea?
Meet me in the music room later this afternoon, and I will explain everything.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
doing another concert? Man, this is like direct continuity with Legend of Everfree.
How did you know?
You got nothing? New theme song? Or is it... Okay, well, not quite a theme song, but opening jingle. Of course, it's gonna be a dance competition. Dance magic, duh.
3 hours and still no ideas for a lucrative last-minute
GM
fundraiser.
Burrow.
Usually window shopping inspires me.
Are you a musician? Do you
Oh,
and your
boy.
friends love to dance?
Yes,
Are you unique, cool, and stylish?
yes, and obviously.
Obviously.
Win a cash prize. Then
Oh, that face.
All chance to prance competition. All you need is a music video of your own original song and dance. Then you could be prancing your way to first prize.
They've got original
Sign now
songs.
at The Antwerp Smoothie Kiosk.
Oh no. Don't. No.
We're certain to win.
That face! They are getting really good with these EG models.
Rarity? What a nice surprise.
Crystal Brick! Yes! Sour Sweet. I love Sour Sweet.
Flair. Why, it's been ages.
It's only been a few months since the friendship games.
Is that all?
We have a time frame.
Wow.
A few
How is
months.
everything over at Crystal Prep Academy?
Oh, things at CPA have never been better since Principal Cadence took over.
Yeah, she's going to let us have a spring dance on a yacht if we raise the money.
Ooh, sounds divine.
I'm so glad Cynthia's gone.
Signing up for the Chance to Prance contest too? I am.
Oh no, is this gonna be another...
Sign up for the competition?
We definitely aren't here because we like standing in lines.
I assume you already have a video concept
Yes.
figured out. The
Sugarcoat.
competition's going to be pretty fierce.
Yes. It came to me as soon as I saw that gorgeous
Wish
red
that-
ruffled ensemble on the way over here.
Oh, tell me more.
Uh-oh. They're gonna no, we already don't give them anything!
Is going to dance in a different style, like flamenco, hip-hop, or street ballet. And will wear costumes to match each genre. Designed by yours truly, of course.
That sounds like a very good concept.
And they're gonna steal it.
I guess it's okay. If you're going for way too over the top.
So, what's your concept?
Nothing. We don't have one yet.
Oh, what she means is it's a surprise.
And it,
But it's
yeah.
amazing.
This is so obvious.
So
Oh, hey, Lyra and
original.
Bon Bon.
Oh, well, I can't wait to see it. Good luck.
You too.
See? It's a
So they're not quite on the up and
Write
up
the
yet.
lyrics for our new song, and we'll choreograph some dance moves. Then our video will win the cash prize, and voila!
You make it sound simple as pie.
That's because it is. The girls at Crystal Prep even agree. They're making a video too.
They are?
Is that a problem, darling?
Oh, no, it's not. Just
Yeah.
haven't heard much about my old school since I left, I guess.
Well, if you ask me, Crystal Prep has got nothing on CHS. I love it here.
It's gonna be like another friendship games game.
Okay. Before we get started with the choreographing of our dance moves, there's just one tiny, teeny, weensy little thing.
These faces
I
are
forgot to mention.
awesome.
What's that?
What's that?
I would need to use our fundraiser money to buy costume materials for the video.
How much is the grand prize worth?
More than double what we need to fix up Camp Everford.
Of course, putting all your eggs in one basket.
Of
This.
course you can use the money for costumes.
Oh, what the hey? Why not?
Well, hey, if everybody's in agreement, then
According to my
Go for
calculations, if we lend Rarity the funds we've already raised, we stand to gain 4 times as much money as we have now.
thanks, Twilight.
But if we lose the video contest, we'll be completely back to square one at $0.
Yeah, pretty
Anyone
much.
else think this is an awfully risky endeavor?
Hoping-
I mean, me neither.
All right, girls. Who's ready to shoot our winning dance music video?
Well, she's the voice of reason. I mean, yeah.
Looks like I have some fabric shopping to do.
Oh boy. Well, Rarity, this is all on you.
One more time. Rainbow
Go
Dash,
for it.
Don't forget your cue. It's when Fluttershy does her triple pirouette, okay?
Photo finish. Final. Oh yes. Oh. Dance magic. Dance. Yep. Yep.
Hey, what happened to the music?
I like those outfits.
Fluttershy, it's supposed to be a triple pirouette. I know, it's just that I don't think I can do one of those.
That is a very interesting outfit for Fluttershy. I like
How
it.
about you try jazz paws instead?
Thanks, Spike.
Jazz
All
paws.
these moves are pretty hard.
Oh, I know. But if we want to win, we have to bring our A game.
Crystal Prep certainly will. They're excellent dancers, and you know how they love to compete.
And she would know.
How
And
about
yes,
we
they do.
forget about the other teams and get back to
Whoa.
dancing?
Great idea!
Love that vest.
It's really fun. I've been stopped this whole time. Let's take it from Rainbow. And action! Disaster!
Sorry, Rarity.
Oh, well, I can fix it.
They-
I have to run to the fabric store before it closes. Keep practicing while I'm gone. Ah!
I think I see how this is gonna. Hey, Lara. I think I see how this is gonna
Thank goodness
go.
I budgeted for backup fabric.
They're trying to do all unique dance styles, and they're not meshing well together.
Is that a disco-inspired look? And a street ballet
Yep.
tutu?
Yep.
I don't believe it. They stole my brilliant idea.
Of course. But I think the main 7,
We're here.
they work best
We
as
got
a
your
team.
text. You said it was
The
an
varying
emergency?
dance styles are not gonna
All
work.
right, Sugar Cube. Well, since you asked, the answer is no.
The fainting couch.
What happened? How sweet. And
Yes.
the prep girls stole our video concept. I saw them filming at the mall. They copied my design ideas and everything.
Oh,
Of course, that is absolutely fabulous.
Oh, blessings.
The worst part is that they're all incredible dancers.
I don't think we've seen Opal before in this
Summer in the summer.
world.
Tissue for your issue? Oh,
Okay, thanks, Mickey.
everyone is counting on me, on the video, to win us the prize money for the camp. Oh, how could I have been such a fool? Of course those Crystal Preppers stole my concept. I practically served it to them on a platter.
Don't be too hard on yourself. It's gonna take more than one friendship games for those Crystal Prep girls to learn that winning isn't everything.
Maybe
Yes.
this was all for the best.
Very astute observation.
What do you mean?
Your concept and costumes were really awesome, but our dancing,
Yeah,
not
it's
so much.
it's not working for this group.
we could barely get in a two-step without tripping over each other's boots.
Nonsense! You all look great! Okay, maybe not great, but it was getting there. And the point is, we don't have to let them win.
It was a good concept,
That
just
is
not for this
our
group.
video concept, and I am going straight to Crystal Prep to let them know that they have messed with the wrong girls. Who's with me?
Yeah, no. Just do something different.
No, seriously. Who is with me? I have no idea how to get to Crystal Prep.
Maybe I can try to reason with them. We were classmates once.
That's the spirit. Come on!
Twilight, why did you volunteer for that? Again with the sneaking around?
Okay, where's the dance studio?
There's a dance studio?
Didn't you go to this school?
Well, I can show you where the library is.
Wait, shh! That's their music. Bingo!
There you go. Oh my.
Hey, girls. So what
They've
did you
gotten
think
better.
of our routine? Scared yet?
Don't change the subject, sour sweet!
But you didn't bring up a subject.
You even!
Okay.
You know why we're here. You stole our music video idea. Now, change your concept or else.
Or else what?
Sorry, but we can't.
And why is that?
Because we care about winning. Duh.
Obviously.
We will.
Because they're
we're
expected
just
to win,
about
right?
submit our video.
You know what? It doesn't matter, because we are still doing our video the way we planned.
Go ahead. But there's just one flaw in your little plan.
By the time you submit yours, it'll just look like
Like
you
a copy of
copied
theirs.
us.
Yep.
Except a worse version.
Oh, this is all my fault. All the money we raised is gone.
Oh,
and
come
now
on,
we have no
Rarity. You
music
got
video.
this. I know you got this.
Never have convinced you all that we could pull this off in so little time.
Are you crazy? We're great at doing stuff super fast. I mean, look at Pinkie Pie. She just built that castle made
This is true.
entirely out of chocolate bars while we were talking.
What's up? What I want is a new video
I do.
concept.
So let's create one.
Really?
Get the group involved.
I'm sure if we all put our heads together, we'll come up with something even better than before.
Okay.
Yep.
I suppose it's worth a try.
What?
It's working!
Yeah, I got something. Okay, so we're in home ec class, baking some apple fritters,
Oh my, those outfits are.
then a fresh batch comes out of the oven,
Is that the Simple Ways outfit for Rarity?
and everybody's having a great time.
Oh my word, they're adorable.
Wait. So, basically we are eating pastries at school in our music video.
I guess I'm just kind of hungry.
Anyone have another idea? Oh, I do! We're in
That
the
poncho.
middle of the jungle. And we're being chased.
Daring Do!
Arrowed at us.
Are we gonna see Daring Do?
Out of nowhere, the shadow of a giant beast appears.
Wait a second. Isn't this a scene from the latest Daring Do book?
Oh yeah, that's why it seems so cool. Never mind.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
That shadow sort of looked like
Please, do tell.
We'll start out on
what's it called? That dragon costume they wore in that one episode.
wearing really sparkly costumes. No, wait, we'll be in spacesuits.
What? Okay.
We're surrounded by gorgonzola cheese. But then a space doggy walks over and starts to eat the cheese.
How?
Buttery undertones.
I know it's Pinky. Don't question it. We've seen the inside of her brain. But still, what?
Aw, why not? Because ideas included dancing at all.
This is
They were
true.
pretty funny, huh? I liked yours, Rainbow Dash. Thanks, Pinky.
Gotta take elements of each one.
No, I am not okay. The contest deadline is tomorrow, and we have just been wasting time.
Not necessarily, but I think they're gonna be able to take elements of each of their ideas and put it together. Hey, Activia. Oh, full ice cream mode.
Oh, you sour sweet. Why are we even still trying?
Because the deadline hasn't passed. We can still come up with an original song to replace the Sapphire Shores one we've been practicing our choreography with.
Oh.
Highly unlikely.
Why did we tell Rarity
Another
that we already
crossover.
submitted our video?
So
They're
that
not
we
using
can
an original
still
song.
use her concept. Rarity is creative. She'll come up with something else. But if we don't, we have nothing. And imagine what our classmates would say.
They'll say it's our fault the spring dance had to be held in the boring old auditorium instead of on a yacht like we promised.
Exactly.
Ooh, they just don't want to disappoint their classmates.
But the Rainbooms have a band. They'll surely have a killer original song, and we don't.
Yet.
Wait a minute.
We're doomed.
The two teams are gonna work together.
Excuse me, girls.
I should have seen that coming.
Rarity, how long have you been over there?
Long enough.
To hear that you have no original song.
Like I said, doomed.
Rainbooms have the music.
Maybe you're not.
Crystal Prep has
I know
the
our teams
dance.
haven't been getting along too well
Dance
lately,
moves.
But I think I have a solution where everybody wins.
We're listening.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So, what's the big plan you were excited about?
Holy moly. What a setup.
Crystal Prep Girls using this video idea now?
They are, yes.
Yeah,
But so are we. Girls, you can come out now.
Hi.
I know it's hard to believe, but the Crystal Preppers here helped me to realize that competing against one another was getting us nowhere.
And Rarity helped show us that winning was the only thing driving us. We didn't even care if we had to steal to accomplish it.
But that's not who we are. Anymore.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Crystal Prep Academy girls have offered to help with dance moves if we'll help
I
them
love
with an
this.
original song.
Combining
They
our
can't just
talents is the most
change
logical thing to
overnight.
do.
We'll make one epic music video together.
So, what do you guys think? Are you in?
Got nothing to lose.
Best music video?
You literally have nothing to lose at this point.
Teaching you the words to our song.
But this is just about the Rainbooms.
And it's
There's nothing
dance
about us
magic
in the
is of
lyrics.
course, yeah. It's gonna be the song.
Want to help me make some changes? Anybody else care to work on some music?
We'll get to it after I teach you some dance moves.
Music first.
Dance first.
Music first.
Dance first.
Music first.
You two.
The order is irrelevant.
Thank you, Sugarcoat. Insert the irrelevant meme here. Oh yes.
I feel it stirring deep down inside my soul. The rhythm's taking hold, and
Love that dress.
a million sparkles falling across the floor. So DJ, give it more. It's what we're looking for. Dance the night away. All our friends right by our side. It doesn't matter what style you bring. We're about to go on that ride. It's dance
Wow.
once you have it. Let your body move. Step into the music.
Finally got a music video for this.
And it's electric. Let your body move to the music.
Doesn't matter what style you got. Just keep dancing on that spot. Your friends like you for who you are.
Oh, go back to the. Oh, now it makes sense.
Moves, Rainboom, bring in all that grooves. Put it together and make it fit. Crystal Rainboom. Dance magic.
Nice. That was awesome.
Right by our side. It doesn't matter what style you bring. We're about to go on that ride. It's dance magic. Once you have it, let your body move. Step into the music.
Interesting pair-ups between these characters, too. I love that AJ outfit. I've not liked all the outfits in the EG movies, but these are awesome.
Yee-hoo! We got enough to make Camp Everfree look just like new.
Yes!
Having a spring dance on a yacht. Who's up for a celebratory ant orange smoothie?
And orange smoothie! Is an
Had the most brilliant idea.
yeah.
Maybe Crystal Prep
Apple
could use
extended
an
family.
award-winning band to play at their spring dance. It would be the perfect way to show off your new dance moves.
That would be amazing. Of course, then we'd have a new dilemma to deal with.
Oh no, what?
Figuring out what we're all gonna wear.
Oh, I already have some ideas.
That is not
to share.
going to be a problem.
Me too.
Not in the least. Wow. I would really like for there to be a full theme song with these specials. Oh, wow. This has been what we are waiting for, is that the smaller stories allow for... It just allows more story to be told without stretching it out over an entire movie-length thing. And they can focus on other characters besides just Sunset Shimmer and Twilight Sparkle. In this case, we got a significant focus on Rarity, which was awesome, I think. So, and very, very good lesson. I love how they did not... I shouldn't talk too much here. I need to go watch this again. This is going to be tricky because I'm going to have to... I want to watch all three of these and then go back and do commentaries for each one. It's going to be a little tricky, but I think it's going to work out. But I will just say real quick that I love that the Crystal Prep students, weren't like immediately like perfectly reformed, turned around characters. There's still some old habits kind of lingering that they're dealing with. That's very, very good, very realistic. I love that. So, all right, I'm gonna take a break here, and for this video, when you guys watch this, I will be back with commentary in just a few seconds. Alrighty, Dance Magic. We finally have the story behind the song, in more ways than one. I originally thought that this song was, as I mentioned earlier, was cut from the Friendship Games movie due to time constraints or something. But there was a tweet from one of the show staff quite some time ago that said that that song was never intended to be associated with the Friendship Games movie. And it didn't really make any sense. Like, well, then what is it for? Because it wasn't on any specials that, were associated with the movie. Legend of Everfree came and went and still nothing. So it was like, what was that song actually for? Now we know. Further tweets more recently from show staff have confirmed for us that this episode, Dance Magic, that this special, was actually produced following Friendship Games and before The Legend of Everfree. And for whatever reason, it was shelved for a while. And now when they brought it back out to actually finally release it, now they had a continuity problem. So they actually went back into it and changed a few bits of dialogue to, made some alterations to bring it into continuity, timeline-wise, with The Legend of Everfree. I have no idea exactly what all the changes were that they made, but I'm guessing it was mostly the bits at the beginning there about the fundraiser. I'm guessing the fundraiser was to do with something else, or it would have had to have been something else besides Camp Everfree, because Camp Everfree wasn't a thing yet. But now the fundraiser became about helping to raise money to fix up Camp Everfree. So, great little bit of continuity there. I think a casualty of this, though, we got now kind of a little bit of a timeline continuity in a different way, because it was mentioned that this was taking place a few months after the Friendship Games, and it was for an upcoming spring dance at Crystal Prep. Okay, so this is now like maybe early spring, or late winter, somewhere in there. Friendship Games was a few months ago, and in between there we had a camping trip. That would put the camping trip presumably like in the middle of winter when it looked like it was summertime. So I can't help but think that is kind of an oops in terms of the timeline continuity caused by they're switching gears there. But the timelines are really fuzzy in these worlds anyway, so I'm not going to spend too much time thinking about it. It just won't ever make sense. So anyway, but yeah, that's kind of the story there, the story behind the story. And I get the feeling with these specials that these are kind of serving as maybe a potential test for a full-blown spin-off series of Equestria Girls. That'd be awesome if that happens. I know not everybody likes the series, but I certainly do, and it does quite well for them. The toy sales are going crazy for it, so I think they might be about to finally attempt that. They're probably just seeing like what the reception is to these specials. Are they hit or aren't they? Whatever. So we'll see how that all plays out. But anyway, on to the story itself. As I mentioned, fundraiser to help fix up Camp Everfree. Great little bit of continuity there. Clearly that camp needed some help financially, and especially they'd done so well to get that fancy new dock built, and then it got blown up by accident by Pinky again at the end of Legend of Everfree. Like, come on. So probably having to fix that again, and probably a lot of other things that needed fixing, and just in general, that camp seems to need a lot of help to get out of debt and have operating funds. So very great cause they're doing that. And trying, a lot of typical like high school style fundraisers, car wash, bake sale. Doggy daycare is cute. I'm pretty sure that's a slight nod to Littlest Pet Shop, as that's also a Hasbro franchise. But yeah, clearly they're coming up quite short, and Rarity is, trying to, rally the troops and, get them motivated and stuff. Like, hey, I've got this great new idea. Meet me later, tell you all about it. She's got nothing. So what does she do? She does what she does best. Goes to the mall and window shops for inspiration. And, it's interesting to see Rarity kind of in this situation, because with the differences in the worlds, not everybody likes these differences. I personally do, because it allows us to see different aspects of the characters. In this world, they are teenagers in high school as opposed to grown adults in Equestria. They're as adults, they've got, their own jobs, businesses, whatever, they've got sources of income. And Rarity seems to be doing quite well for herself. She's got, she started with one boutique, now has 3 of them. Always got gems to pay for stuff and whatever. I mean, I don't know that she's loaded, but she always seems to be quite comfortable. This Rarity is still a student, doesn't have, I don't know if she has some sort of a job, but it's probably a part-time job because she's still in school, and, doesn't have a ton of money to work with. So, just, again, interesting, to see these characters in a little bit different angle like this. So, yeah, she's trying to come up with ideas like, what can you do to raise money? And boom, this drops in her lap. The Chance to Prance competition. Still not really sure why we're getting horse puns in the human world. It's quirky, it's fun, I like it. I'm just kind of scratching my head like, why? So, there's actually a lot of cross-world, continuity, like name drops and puns and things they're doing here. Like, as we saw later, Sapphire Shores name drop, and Orange Smoothies. And Orange obviously being a relative of the apples. And I also think the Orange Smoothies is a reference to Orange Julius milkshake shops, or what, the smoothie shops that are in a lot of malls. So fun little nod there. But yeah, Chance to Prance dance competition. All it takes is original dance and original song. Well, clearly they got the song angle covered. That's never a problem. And she's got ideas for different dance styles, and of course she's instantly dreaming up all manner of ideas for the costumes, especially after seeing that dress in the window. Oh, that look on her face was priceless. But of course, materials costs money, and they're short on money. So she goes back to tell the gang, well, I'm getting ahead of myself there. Before she can run off to tell the gang about it, she runs into the Shadow Bolts from Crystal Prep. And yeah, long time no see. For some reason, Indigo Zap is missing. I don't know why. It's kind of disappointing because no real explanation was given. But, oh well. You know, we got what we got. My favorite characters out of that bunch were Sour Sweet and Sugarcoat. And we got quite a bit of dialogue from both of them and made it fun. So, I'm not too disappointed about it overall. They're alluding to the fact they're, out trying to raise money as well. They've got the spring dance coming up, and they're trying to have it on a yacht as opposed to just a plain old gym. And apparently they have, as we learn later, they have promised their classmates that they can pull this off and raise this money, but they have no idea what they're doing, just like Rarity didn't. So they're probably feeling the pressure. And, they acknowledge that, Principal Cinch is gone, and things are going so much better now under Principal Cadence. This makes me so happy, because Friendship Games just ended with a lot of story threads hanging out there. Principal Cinch never really got any consequences for what she had done to Twilight and the others. She just kind of stormed off in a huff, and nothing seemed to really change. I was really disappointed that movie didn't end with Cadence becoming principal. Well, apparently it did, or at least a little bit later it did. I don't know if Cinch just quit, or she got fired, or what exactly happened, but, clearly there's a change there for the better, and the students are loving it, so it's all great. I mean, we know Cadence is going to do a lot better for them than Cinch ever would have. So, but that doesn't mean that they're going to change overnight. Yes, they had a moment of, revelation and friendship and whatever at the end of the Friendship Games, but they're not just going to instantly change their ways. I mean, that's not realistic, and I love that they're keeping it more real like that. So here they're kind of falling back in some old habits of like, okay, we need to win at any cost. That was kind of their whole mantra for the Friendship Games and stuff, because they have a reputation and they're expected to win, therefore they must win, and all that ridiculous circular logic. So yeah, once Rarity, poor, generous Rarity, just starts spilling the beans on this whole grand idea that she's come up with, and like, yes, please tell me more. And they're going to rip the whole thing off her, and she's completely oblivious to this for some reason. She's probably just too excited about it and is not realizing that they're not quite on the up and up yet. So unfortunately that happens, but oblivious to that, she goes back and tells the gang, the Rainbooms, like, hey, I got this awesome idea. It's going to bring in twice the money that they were hoping to raise, so fantastic benefit there. But it's going to require all the money they have currently earned in order to buy the materials for the costumes and blah, blah, blah. All your eggs in one basket. I tend to not be a fan of plans like that, but sometimes you really don't have a choice. You just gotta go for broke and hope for the best, and that's what happened here. The thing I do appreciate about it is that she didn't just make this decision on her own. I mean, not that I necessarily think she would have, but I'm appreciative of the fact that she did, just lay it all out for them, didn't really try to beat around the bush with it. It's just like, here's the deal, it's going to take all our money for this. And she's just kind of cringing as she was asking, like she was afraid of asking that. Like she, didn't want to have to do that to them. But hey, they all discussed it, and aside from some slight hesitance from Twilight regarding the numbers, they decided, hey, why not? We're good at this kind of stuff. Well, presumably, at least the music stuff. And it's like, yeah, we can pull this off. We can do anything, right? So they go for it. But right away we see it's not exactly going as planned. All these crazy dance moves, they just aren't working very well. And I thought this was going to go a whole different way. For some reason, I knew what the song was about going into this, but I, for some reason, just completely lost track of it. I forgot about the lyrics. I forgot about what was going on in there, and I should have seen what was coming with that. But because I did forget about it, this was more of a legitimate blind react for me because I wasn't expecting certain things. So I thought this was going to be a matter of these varying dance moves just weren't working well for the team. They needed to all have like the same dance style to work well together as a team or something. But this went on an entirely different direction than what I was realizing. So I'll come back to that here. But yeah, mishap with the ripped jacket, as was kind of inevitable the way they were dancing. I was just hearing like Rarity's head explode as I heard that jacket rip. I mean, that's like the worst thing ever for her. But again, smart move on her part. She didn't just blow all the money that they had on one-shot deals. She had actually planned for contingencies for mishaps like that and had some money left over to buy some extra fabric to go and fix stuff. So great move on her part for that. And when she does that, what does she find? Here's the Shadow Bolts getting a major step ahead of them with the whole dance routine. Yeah, that was not a good day for Rarity. And yeah, so she goes back to her rooms trying to fix the jacket, but is calling them all in to deliver the bad news. Like, now what are we gonna do? And I love this. The fainting couch came back again. I know it's some people just hate that that's a thing that keeps coming up again, that same old trope, but I loved it just for the fact that it's this version of Rarity that we got to see doing that. I mean, we haven't seen that for her in this world before, so that was just kind of fun to see there. And Opalescence as well. She has actually got a live cat in this world too. We haven't really seen much for the pets. Again, we're kind of missing a lot of slice of life stuff for these versions of these characters. All we saw was that Pinky had a stuffed animal version of Gummy, so hadn't really thought too much about the others and if they have their same pets and stuff. Well, I mean, clearly Fluttershy has her entire menagerie over at the animal shelter and Angel Bunny, but the rest of it, we hadn't seen Opal, we haven't seen Tank, we haven't seen Winona, to the best of my memory. So, and Aloysius, any of them. So, but yeah, fainting couch thing was fun. And then of course she, vents a little bit, gets some reassurance from Twilight on, hey, these kids aren't gonna just change overnight after one friendship games, because that's not realistic. And again, I love the fact that they're pointing this out. And this had to be actually kind of a thing for Twilight, kind of a, not even sure how to describe it. I mean, just for her, she was kind of like, ooh, like Crystal Prep, like I haven't really heard anything about that since I left. I mean, that was kind of a dark chapter of her life, more or less. I mean, that was a dark period. She didn't have any friends and whatever, was never really friends with those students, even though they sort of patched things up at the end of the friendship games. They went their separate ways at that point. So, she was probably just figuring she would never hear about them again and wouldn't have to think about it. But, here it's kind of coming back to haunt her a little bit. But to her credit, she actually stepped up and offered to, help take Rarity over there, show her around, and maybe try to, help her confront the Shadow Bolts. And, it didn't exactly work out the way they'd hoped. The thing with her not knowing where the dance studio is, it really shouldn't have been any surprise. That's not exactly on her list of academic, achievements. She's more into scientific studies and things like that. So, yep, they find him there practicing again, and they're looking even better than ever. Apparently got their video almost done and ready to go, and Rarity is just fuming. Tries to give them an ultimatum, and it's like, the thing about an ultimatum is you have to have something to back it up. It's like, stop it or else. Or else what? What could you possibly offer us that would motivate us to back away from this? You got nothing. I give her credit for trying, but yeah, she had, for the second time in this episode, she had nothing. So now what do we do? It's clear that, if they really are that close to being done with their video and stuff, then you are going to look like a poor copy of us. And it would have been, because clearly the Rainbooms did not have a dance routine nailed down yet, even though they had a song. And the Shadow Bolts appeared to have it all together. So enter a brainstorming session. We're back at we're back at square one. We have no money. We have no we can't do the same dance thing as they're doing. What do we do? So trying to do something different for the video. And we get these wacky scenarios dreamed up. You guys watching probably know the first one was by far my favorite. Seeing all the main 7 in cowboy outfits was fantastic. Pinky's was a recycle from Friendship Games. Rarity's, it was a little different than her Simple Ways outfit from back in FIM, but still kind of had some vibes off that. Sunset was absolutely adorable in the black leather jacket, black cowboy hat. Kind of had that bad girl vibe going on there again. It is awesome. Twilight looked incredibly out of place, but anyway, it's just a fun little scene. But yeah, that didn't pan out. That was just Applejack being hungry. It wasn't really realistic for a music video. And then we got the whole Daring Do thing from Rainbow Dash. Fun little side trail there. But no, that wasn't really feasible either. And then Pinky's idea... Again, knowing this was actually done before Legend of Everfree and seeing what goes on in her mind during that, did they already have that planned before they put this together? I don't know, but Pinky's mind is a very scary place. Nothing about that made any sense whatsoever, and I'm sure it wasn't intended to, but, I mean, my mind is just going like, you're in space. There's no sound in space. Like, this can't... nothing about this can work. But anyway, I thought that they were... Again, I wasn't seeing where this was going. I thought that this maybe wasn't a complete waste of time like we already thought. I thought they were going to somehow take elements of all these things and put together and come up with an idea. But no, those were pretty much all a waste of time. There was basically nothing usable there. And so Rarity gets super frustrated and just goes into full-blown ice cream sob drama mode. And the sound effects were amazing. And then, lo and behold, she happens to overhear the Shadow Bolts discussing their dilemma. And we learn that they're actually not so bad after all. It looks like Cadence is having a pretty positive effect on them. They're trying to do this, win this for the sake of their spring dance for their classmates. Trying to make good on a promise that they made them, just like Rarity. So clearly a similar situation, definitely, a bit of empathy going on there. And Rarity suddenly realizes, probably about the same moment it finally clicked for me, that, hey, we need to work together. You guys have got the dance moves, we've got the music. And the prize money for this competition was double what they needed for the Camp Everfree fundraiser. So, hey, let's split the proceeds. Win-win. I mean, they literally had nothing to lose by trying to put this all together. Absolutely nothing to lose. So, why not? So yeah, they put it all together. That stage was amazing. So apparently the budget for Crystal Prep wasn't completely depleted. Put together an awesome stage and light show and whatever. And it's fun seeing the two teams come together and kind of mesh out things. Like the song was only about the rain booms, as I think it was Sunny Flair pointed out, and she worked with Fluttershy to rewrite that to include both of them working together, which is awesome. And then on the dance move stuff, I thought it was going to be just again, I wasn't seeing where this is going. I thought it was just going to be the Shadow Bolts doing the dancing. But no, they actually helped teach, they develop the dance routines and teach it to the rain booms. So they were all in the video together. So it's all around fantastic seeing both teams just work in perfect harmony together on stage. I got a kick out of the fact that the Shadow Bolts never even once commented about their ponied up forms while they're singing and dancing. It's just like, that's just... all this magic stuff in the human world is just like, we're used to it now. I mean, we've seen it one time and it should not ever be possible in the, in the scientific nature of things, but sure, whatever, let's just run with it. And furthermore, this is now, I mean, this is beyond even Canterlot. Like, they're now in this music video that's playing all over the mall and who knows where else. Like, are they thinking it's just special effects? Or... I don't even know anymore. But, anyway, yeah, Pinky doing that rap thing that she did, that feels like a fun little tie into the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air promo we got for... season 7, so that was kind of fun. But yeah, so everybody wins finally. I love that they said that's, the Shadow Bolts admitted that, yeah, we ended up stealing the idea, but it said that's not who we are anymore. They themselves realized that they had been in the wrong with that, and set out to help make it right. So I love seeing that we got some follow-up with them. Again, Friendship Games just ended too quickly to see any follow-up with that. Of course, we've got a similar situation with we have no follow-up for the Dazzlings yet. I know everybody's really wanting to see that. So maybe we'll get that in the future, don't know, but at least we got to see it with the Shadow Bolts, so that was fun. So yeah, happy ending all around. Great song, great music video for the song. It really works well, and this honestly is so much better of a use of that song than the way I thought it was going to be used in the movie. So winning all around. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and Rarity actually did see, or is that Sunny Flare or whoever it was said it. Hey, maybe we can. Have you play for the music at our spring dance and, future collabs together. So, yeah, I think going forward, the schools are going to start to get along really well, which is fantastic. So, awesome. Yeah, that's basically this episode. And I've been yakking a very long time again, but, yeah, that's really all I got to say about it. It just, fun. This is basically just kind of a little, brief wrap-up sequel to the Friendship Games is what this felt like. And a fun little character building moment for this version of Rarity. And again, I've been waiting for this for so long, just having these short little episodes, a little bit of slice of life stuff and whatever allows them to focus on these characters rather than these movies where it's basically all about sunset and twilight and big epic events and whatever. You lose all your background characters and story and stuff like that by doing it in that format. So I really am hoping they end up turning this into a TV series based off these specials now. So, but anyway, I gotta wrap this up here. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this reaction and commentary again, and not sure when I'll be able to post the second special, Movie Magic, because I know there have been some copyright issues on that one with it getting blocked and stuff, but hopefully once that finally airs, we can get that uploaded as well. So be looking forward to that. Yeah, have a great night, everybody, and I will see you again next time.